I'm making bread today, baby. Let's go. All right, we're gonna start with 1 cup of warm water, a heavy 1/8 cup of honey, as well as 3/4 tablespoon, oh my gosh, of yeast. We're gonna mix that together. Then we're gonna set that aside while we mix up our dry ingredients. You can hand mix this, but a KitchenAid is a lot more convenient for me. So for our dry ingredients, we're going to mix in 2.5 cups of flour. I used all-purpose, as well as 1 teaspoon of salt. Alright, now you're going to push that aside. Hear me out. We're going to do 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of melted coconut oil and not butter. You can use butter, but coconut oil for me makes it super soft and airy rather than butter. And by the time that's done mixing, we're going to add in our yeast mixture. Then you're going to start mixing it on low, scraping the sides occasionally. After it was done mixing, it was a little bit crumbly, so I just went in there and added a little bit of water. And it was still a little dry, so I added a little bit more water. And then it became too wet, so here I am with the flour, and now it's looking perfect after 7 minutes of kneading. Touch test was also perfect. Take a look at this beautiful texture. We're now going to let it rise in a warm oven for about an hour with a damp towel over top. And there's me turning off the oven. And then look how much it rose. It's absolutely beautiful. Flour on the hands is a game changer when you're baking with sticky dough. And then we're just going to knead it for another 2 minutes before putting it in our loaf pan. But before we put it in the loaf pan, we got to form it into a loaf. Then we're going to let it rise for another 30 minutes in a warm area before we preheat the oven to 350 degrees and bake it for about 26 to 28 minutes. And damn, this loaf is beautiful, but we are not done just yet. We're going to place it on a cooling rack to help it cool a little bit better. Before we go grab your stick of butter, glaze the top with butter. This will help keep the crust crusty pretty much, but it adds a little bit of flavor to the bread as well. And no, since we added coconut oil, it does not taste like coconut. And I know you guys want to see the inside of this bread to be like, is it actually soft? Let's see. Take a look. It is airy, and don't worry, I'll cut another slice for you to let you know this ain't a lie. You need to try this recipe, and it is delish. So anyways, thanks for baking with me today. I guess next time I will show you how I make my bagels.